Well, we're glad to be here, just like my predecessor, the women's basketball team, and the excitement that they have. We've got the same excitement. It's just good to see people in this building. And so I've got none of these guys that sat up here before have ever even been in a Tulane arena for a game. So we're excited to be able to do that, and things are going really well. And so I'm gonna let you guys ask these guys some questions because the reason that we're going to win will be because of me, and the reason we'll lose will be because of them. So let's go ahead and get this thing started the right way.
I can't even begin to explain to you how excited I am. Ever since we finished playing last year, I knew that we had something special coming up the next year. We got some new guys in here like Coach Hunter's talked about, and the team looks really good. We've really become a family this year in a super quick period of time, even though we've added some players. And we really just have a lot to improve on from last year. We've got growing room that you guys have seen throughout the year, and we've really fixed those spots. My personal game? Well, I learned that there are lots of opportunities out there on the floor for me to make an impression and for me to improve. I really feel like I found a way as a freshman to get on the floor, so I really want to keep doing those things. I was always an energy player, someone who added value to the team. And I obviously, like every player in the country, likes to improve their offensive game. That's something that I'd try to do this year. But more than anything else, I just want to impact winning. And if I can do that, then it'll be a successful season. With Forbes? Cook? Oh, man. Yeah.
I make that mistake too.
That's why we call him Cook and Forbes, yeah. Jalen Cook, the kid can play, and we noticed it right away. And I really just try to feed off of him. His energy will always be there. His playmaking will always be there. So I just try to put myself in positions to help him shine.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have to do as much as a scoring as I had to did last year with the pieces that we added this year. I mean, with Cook being here, I mean, Sion taking his offensive game to another level than from what he played last year. I feel like at times where I had to take bad shots last year, there'll be times this year where I won't have to do that because I have guys like these guys.
Your three-point shooting, it seemed like once you started to make a few, that, you believed you could make it from anywhere. Is that
That's definitely the case. Anytime I see the ball go in once or twice, I mean, it's pretty much a wrap.
so? Once you get a little confidence,
And all it takes is a little bit, just a little bit of confidence, and my game will go through the roof. Feel like
does the coach ever tell you that that was not a good shot?
he say this all the time. I mean, he actually just said this last practice. Yeah, I take bad shots. I mean, I try to not to do it as much as I did last year, but I mean, of course, it's going to happen. But I just tell him I was supposed to make it.
But you have the green light, right? Is
I got the green light.
You got a green jersey?
I got,
They all got green jerseys.
so what's it like for you?
It's a blessing. It's been great. I get along with everybody. Everybody meshing, everybody on the team playing for each other. We've been practicing hard all through the summer, since the summer till now. Everybody just anxious and ready to play, and it's been great. It's just ready to get things going.
Ask you the same question I asked Moon. How did this happen? Did you have Tulane on your radar? Or, did they recruit you heavily when you were a high school student? How did this all come about?
Tulane been recruiting me since like my freshman year in high school. So I've always came to some of Tulane games, so it's always been in the back of my mind. So me getting the opportunity to play here, it was already something I kind of seen vision happening. So it's not really a big surprise. So I'm just happy and just ready to get it rolling.
Jalen, coaches talked about you a lot as a player that can really help this team. Do you see that as a weight on your shoulders or more of an opportunity to take off for yourself?
No, I don't really see it as a weight, because we all of us up here are born for these, situations and these opportunities. So, just try to take it and try to have fun with it. Just make the best out of it and just just win.
Kind of like Ed was saying, coming somewhere that's had their eye on you for so long and wanted you here, how does it feel to have this welcome and know that you're going to be a big part of what you guys can do this year?
It's big. I feel very welcome here. It's a lot of love here. Great vibes. Just I feel right.
That's called coaching. Just I didn't know if you wanted to write that. I don't know who you are, but you can write that down. That's coaching. Just.
Well, I feel like Coach preaches defense every day, so I feel like once we continue to get better and better on defense, learn different spots, we'll be tough to beat regardless if the offense is going or not.
See, what's different about this team this year, not only with this, that you're stressing, it's always stress defense, but stressing defense that you think might be the difference in taking the next step that you've seen so far, workouts and practices and everything else?
Really, I think it's something that schools talk about all the time, and that's chemistry. I feel like the chemistry of this team is something that I've never played on a team that's this close. Like Cook said, the vibes are great every day. We laugh and we joke, we fight, but then after that, we're right back to it. I feel like more than anything, the chemistry that this year's team has is what will take us to the next level.
Same question to you, Jalen.
I see. I said the chemistry here is that we got with each other is crazy. I mean, I've been a part of two different teams now with me coming from another school and then here last year, and by far the best team I've been around.
Here's a little fun question since you guys have been here before. What's different about Rockford this year? See what's up.
Well, I can tell you, no longer being in my first year is fun because as a freshman, I guess technically I'm still a freshman, but as a freshman, as a first year with this guy, it's just not enjoyable all the time. I've been yelled at a lot less, like so much less, which is a blessing. Love it. Yeah, really, that's it. I just feel like I don't have to, like I can mess up. I'll still mess up. I'll always mess up. But I can mess up without fearing entirely being yelled at and screamed at by this guy.
I don't think nothing changed about Coach Hunter. I mean, he preaches the same thing every day. He gonna yell at you. He gonna do that, and that's all he do really is yell, honestly.
Jalen Cook, Sion's answer said he wasn't a whole lot of fun as a freshman. Does that scare you a little bit?
That scared me a little bit, but he's a great coach. I just take his coaching and yelling and just use it as a positive way to get you going, really.
Did you guys talk about getting on the floor this Friday for first games, but also hurricane relief game and raising money for a good cause when you all have some time?
Well, one, it's super excited to get back on the floor. It's been a while since we've been on the court against another team, and I'm just ready for that opportunity. And secondly, the fact that it's a charity game really feels good for us because the hurricane hit the New Orleans community and the greater Louisiana community pretty hard. So just us as a school having the opportunity to give back and to help, that really makes me feel good as a player. And like I said, it's great to suit up against another team.
Any predictions this year?
Well, I have always, I predicted that by age 50 I'd be a scratch golfer. and that hadn't happened. So I'm always going to have predictions, but no, I like these guys, and I've been doing this a long time, and you don't win at this level unless you have really good guards. And this is the first time I've got 3 really good guards up here, and it's the first time since I've been here at Tulane where I feel like I've got a backcourt to compete with anyone in the country. And so I hadn't been able to say that, and sometimes with all the things that have gone on since I've been here, it's been hard to do. But we've been able to kind of hit the jackpot with these 3 guys here, and so they told me that this year I can just sit down. I don't have to stand up and yell at them. For 32 games, I can just sit and relax starting Friday. So I can't wait. Well, a lot in a short time, and a lot has happened with COVID, hurricanes. I've gone on mark to say, I'll be honest with you, I got to, I think, end of February last year, and it's the first time I've ever thought about not coaching because I got so sick. I've never been that sick in my life, of course, with COVID. And so, and then, the move and so much that is going on, trying to, see my family and all those different things. And so the hardest year of my life was last year. And so you take all the things that I had to go through, you kind of look back and say, man, was it all worth it? And I believe every time I see these guys, it's all worth it. And so I have not been this rejuvenated. It's been years, I'll be honest with you. And so I think sometimes you almost, like I tell these guys, sometimes you got to hit rock bottom on some things. And so not as so much as a program, but me personally as a basketball coach, the lowest I've ever been in my life mentally was this past February. And so coaching wasn't fun for me. I thought, I looked at this job and, there was more whys than anything else. And I sit here today in almost complete opposite. Well, everyone knows, including my son, if you're a guard that plays for me, I coach you harder than anything, and especially at the point guard position. It's like giving the keys to my car or the program to these guys, and I did that with my son, and I coach you hard, and they understand it. He's a little different in the sense that, when I coached him, he was 17 years old, and he looks like he's about 30. He's like a grown man. And so, but he was only 17 years old. He's just turned 18. He's still a teenager. And so we were, he was still supposed to be in high school when I coached him last year. And so we knew what we had. We knew he was a really good player. And so I threw him in the fire. And so then we had this young man here who had not played at all at Alabama. And so, we thought that, there's only one way I know how to do this. And so it's baptism by fire. And so I threw those guys in there and coached them extremely hard. And so, but also I can love them when they walk off that court. And so that allows me to be able to coach them hard, to be able to do that. They know that I got their back. They know I care for them. I'll do anything in the world for these guys. But when we get between those lines, don't turn it over. You take great shots and do the right thing. And if you do those things, then you'll never hear from me. But you might, you don't do those things, then you're going to hear from me. But they've gotten better. They've gotten better through that. And so every year I've got one player that he was that guy last year that I just stay on to get him better. I was that way with George Hill. I was that way with R.J. Hunter. And I got a new guy. That I'm going to be. Yeah, he's from Baton Rouge. That he's going to be a great player. But we've got to get him to that next level. And so I can't wait till Friday when we unveil our new relationship.
You're an 8-man maybe time rotation guy. Do you have a pretty good feel for that at this point, or is Friday an audition?
Yeah.
How does that go?
Friday is for the most part an audition, but we've got some guys, R.J. McGee and T.Y. Pope. We've got some guys that have played a lot of minutes for us that are fighting to get in that 8 or 9 man rotation. Otan has had a tremendous 4 or 5 months, and he's gotten better. So he's going to be, add to that. Our new guys, Scott Spencer was one of the best shooters in the country. He's going to add to that. We've got a lot of talent. And so, but as I told those guys, I'm probably not going to change the way that I coach in that regards. And so the best 8 or 9 are going to play. They know that. They've known that from day one. And so, but it will make us better because now when he has to take those bad shots, I don't have to yell at him. When he turns that ball over, they can just go sit down because I got some other guys that can kind of come in and play. And so that's the difference. We haven't had that since I've been here.
Everybody healthy right now?
Yeah, I think everyone, for the most part, is healthy. And so just ready to go. We've been since June 4th. We've been almost at it every day. We spent 22 days in Birmingham together. During a hurricane, we've had everybody. We've all had COVID. We've been through so much as a program that's why I'm excited about this, because we've gone through so much. And even at my lowest times, these guys are the ones that lifted me up. It wasn't anybody else. It was these guys that would lift me up and joke about me, talk about my haircuts or whatever I had or my clothes. And so that's why I'm back doing what I'm doing now. And again, I'm not just saying this. I say this in the fact that I'm in a mental place right now that I haven't been in maybe 20 years.
Are you worried about getting sick again at any point?
No, I'm not worried about it. I mean, that's God's plan. I don't control that. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to go through what I went through mentally. You're going to get sick. Things are going to happen to your life. I don't want to have that feeling that I had last February. That's something for me I've never experienced before, and I never want to do that again until it's time to give it up. When it's time to give it up, then I'll know.
Anything else for the players and the coach? I got a coach from Jay Wars. What do you know about Herb and Kyle?
Herb and Kyra, I mean, from that team, them probably the two closest guys that I'm closest to. I mean, before we came up here, I was just talking to Herb. Matter of fact, it's crazy that you asked that. But I learned a lot from the guys. I mean, especially it was times at Bama where, I was a freshman. Stuff was hard for me. And them two guys were there to keep me going. And I just kept that same relationship with them ever since then. And now that they right here with the Pelicans, they right here in New Orleans, right where I'm at. So I see them when I want to, and we just hang out and stuff like that. That's crazy. I've never seen nothing like that happen before. And I was happy for them when they got drafted here just because I know I'd be able to go right down the street just see them play basketball.
Anything else?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.